welcome to another TWM12 video on, well, World of Warships. This video is going to be about the Graf Zeppelin and, well, the updates about it and what Wargaming have said is going to happen in regards to the Graf Zeppelin. It's also going to be a quick review about the ship. Firstly, what's happening with the Graf Zeppelin? It's been pulled from the marketplace on the EU, NA and all the other different servers, so it can get rebalanced, refitted and, well, fixed up. As essentially what happened is they put a ship on sale that was in alpha testing and didn't listen to the community feedback or community contributors about the ship. They just went and, well, sold it without taking their feedback on board about it. Originally the Graf Zeppelin had torpedo bombers instead of the dive bombers, but that was considered far too overpowered, so they changed it to dive bombers. Now the Graf Zeppelin is, well, it's a main carrier from the Kriegsmarine that everyone knows really. So it really needed to look good and it needed to be a decent ship due to the fact it's an important piece of maritime history from the Kriegsmarines aspect. Now the Graf Zeppelin has one redeeming feature, and that's, like all German ships, its secondaries are pretty decent. Like 6.3 base kilometer range, so you're going to get about 10.6 kilometer secondaries. So I thought about making like an assault carrier secondary, building it and then buffing its concealment so it would just pop out at 10.6 kilometers or close enough to it and just start shooting you with secondaries and bombing you. Now I'm bollocks because I'm going up against a Lexington that's obviously strike fitted due to the fact it's got 49, so it's obviously a it's obviously got, sorry, not strike fitted, air superiority fitted Lexington. So I am fucked with this here. Also, I've noticed ridiculously long loading times for Wargaming on some, well, maps and some servers, which is a bit of a joke. So Wargaming, get on that there and fix it, and fix your compression and optimization like you're always saying that you're doing, which you're obviously not. Now, the Graf Zeppelin isn't worth the time and effort, to be honest, at the minute. I'm just keeping mine because I wanted to make some YouTube videos on it. I wanted to see how they would fix it, but I don't think it's going to turn out well, the fixing. I think they're just going to constantly tweak with it and constantly mess with it until people say it's okay and it's acceptable, and then they're just going to leave it. Like they've done that a few times before, if I remember correctly, especially in the British tank tree. They they buffed it, and then they debuffed it, and then they just debuffed its armor and debuffed it and made it weaker and added more weak points to it. As I remember, the Black Prince, when it was originally added, it was really difficult to penetrate. Now you can just penetrate anywhere in the front really if you hit the right weak spot, which was a bit sad to see because the British tech tree mainly relied on its armor because its gun was pathetic. But in World of Warships at the minute, it's going to rely on speed, stealth and decent guns for the British battleship and cruiser tech tree. Now, the Graf Zeppelin, it says it's got 51 aircraft rating, but it really doesn't. Its dive bombers are pretty good. Last match before I had to restart the video because I realised I called the Graf Zeppelin the Graf Spade the entire way through the video accidentally. I had to restart it and remake this video due to that, and another time before that because for some reason loading time took like 8 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Or don't get me wrong, the Graf Zeppelin is a really beautiful looking ship. I love it's just so futuristic looking in design. For some reason my camera doesn't want to render, but now it does. I really love the sleek design behind the Graf Zeppelin, but its complement is really, really useless. Like the fighters, they just drop like flies against Lexington or Shokaku. The dive bombers are pretty good, especially at killing destroyers, I'll give it that. The dive bombers are effective, but other than that there's no real use of playing the Graf Zeppelin. Its AP is useless. The dive bombers for the AP are pretty, well, the circles are pretty large. It is probably the weakest tier 8 carrier. It's not worth the effort, personally speaking. I knew it, you strike fit. Sorry, air superiority fit, not strike fit. It's been ages since I played the Lexi. I sort of miss it, to be honest with you. I miss how it used to be with the 2 fighters, 2 torpedo bombers. That's when that Lexington was good. That's when it was a powerful carrier. Just nerfed it to the point where the Shokaku just goes, oh, Lexington, free XP. that's pretty much it. The best Lexington fit is, well, holy fuck that lag. But the Lexington has got pretty, well, shit as well. It used to be that the Lexington was probably the weakest carrier after Enterprise came out. Now the Graf Zeppelin is far weaker. It's not even worth the effort to say how shit the ship is. Now I'm going to be keeping mine personally. I'm going to put a link to the actual article about it in the description if you'd like to learn how to get a refund and where to go. I'm keeping it just as well. I'll be keeping it to see it as long as I actually see improvement and what they're doing with the ship. If I don't see any improvement, I'm just going to ask for a refund. As if they're not going to do it properly, there's no point to me, well, investing my time into it. Now let's see. I want to try and bomb this Hindenburg, but I know at the same time it's going to be very bad for me if I do. Because I know I'm probably going to lose a majority of my bombers at this point. It's quite fast as well, the Graf Zeppelin. Because literally he just needs to send one squad to deny me that area, and that it will deny me the entire area. That's how simple it is. I want to sacrifice my fighters to get this Tashkent. Fuck the trash can. I'm gonna send my fighters to try and get this as sacrificial pawns. There we go, come on. The sacrifice is being made. The sacrifice hopefully will be worth it. 9,000 damage to the trash can was worth it. 10,000 damage in total to the trash can. Not half bad. As you can see, its HE bombers are actually pretty good. I managed to hit the Tashkent pretty hard, but other than that there, as you saw, the fighters are worthless. They're just cannon fodder. You just throw them out there and hope you kill something, really. But hopefully with great improvement, they'll be able to become more effective, and hopefully they'll give it 6 plane squadrons for fighters. Even if they don't give it to the bombers, it'll be nice to see it for the fighters. Now, 6 plane squadrons, yes, it'll be good, but I don't know if it'll be good enough to actually make the ship balanced. I would like to see maybe 3, if they're going to keep it 4, maybe an extra squad of fighters would be nice to have. But I don't know what they're going to do that way. Or give it tier 9 fighters maybe, or tier 10 fighters, and make it like the Saipan. That might be a good way to do it, but other than that I don't see a way they would actually be able to balance it, keeping it at tier 8 fighters, personally speaking, without making the squads bigger. Oh, there's a Lexington there actually. Now I'm going to try and get that they're Kobrosk or that they're trash can, depending on what I can get to first. Let's see, said 372. It seems to be getting pretty close to that Lexington. Though surprisingly, the Lexington's got surprisingly good secondary, so if he's got the secondaries buffed up, that said 23 is going to be in for a world of hurt from secondary fire. But he seems to launch quite a big spread out of torpedoes. But hopefully them torpedoes hit, because the Lexington's planes fucking hurt when it comes to telling me. Oh, come on. The Ibuki I don't want to go near because it'll shoot down my planes quite quickly. That's a sad hard truth about these planes. They die so easily. See if I can get. Hopefully he'll panic smoke a bit. but this is where my speed comes into play a bit as well. I'll go for the Tashkent. I think I made him feel a bit safe there. Bye bye, Khabarovsk. Damn, my planes missed that one. Let's hope these fighters do actually do their job and start shooting them down pretty effectively. Now that bookie's gonna is really gonna mess me up. As you can see, I'm burning quite badly. And as you can see, it's shot. The Lexington's planes are absolutely massacring my planes. The shot down, even at six plane squad, it's just massacring. Flight deck repair. And it doesn't have, well, its repair is pretty pathetic actually. It's pretty weak. Like, it just, the repair, there's no, they can't even brag about it, to be honest with you. It just is so easily outdone. Like, one thing I noticed about people set fire to me so easily in this ship as well. It's just so easy to burn. And I'm sort of fucked as well when I start burning. But that's the beauty of playing a carrier. You're fucked as soon as you start burning. I love carriers for that reason. Now I'm sort of curious where that bookies went, because I'm probably going to have to bomb it if I live. At least that's, wait, their Lexington's dead. Didn't even notice it. So I don't have to worry about fighters now. Am I going to live through this, or am I going to die? That's my question. I have no idea if I'm actually going to live through this here and tell a tale. But my mighty German engineering may let me live for a moment or so longer. But I definitely have to kill this Ibuki. Oh, it's actually dead, the Ibuki. Need to hit this. No idea what that Sal's doing, but the Sal is a bit in the... Let's see. I'm gonna bomb that. I'll bomb the east. Just bomb it that direction. Doesn't really matter what way I bomb it. 7,000 damage. Hit the Khabarovsk. Can I do some serious damage to it? Nope, just incapacitations. I will surprise him with some nasty secondary fire as well, if I get the chance to. Come on. Get that squadron up. If he can kill this in Maggie, this Bismarck, it will be brilliant. Yes. Come on. One more good drop on that there, Khabarovsk. Come on. Damn, I could have got the cab roast there. I was hoping I would there, but no. As you can see, the Graf Zeppelin's guns, well, it just got fireproof. The Graf Zeppelin's, well, bombers are pretty good, but their fighters are pathetic. They really are. 6 fires, 11 hits, not too bad. 8 incapacitations, only 10 shoot downs. It's pretty poor for a tier 10 a tier 8 carrier. It really is a poor ship. It's sad to see, but hopefully maybe one day I'll be able to recommend this ship to carrier players, but I really can't recommend it to anyone, as it really was a waste of money. But hopefully they'll fix it and I'll enjoy what I spent on it. But it's pretty much the biggest piece of junk. If you want a good carrier, get the Enterprise. If you want a battleship that's premium, I recommend the Nelson or the Tirpitz. Nelson is outstanding for its tier. I was expecting it to be tier 8, to be honest with you, with M406s and the fact it can bar tank like a boss. Though it's got a very high citadel, so it dies quite easily if you expose it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And on a last note, the wargaming, one, fix your servers in regards to compression, please, and optimization on loading files, and your, well, ping times and login times, please, I beg of you on that one. 2, get off your ass and fix the Graf Zeppelin, as it really is a sad sight to see it being so weak and so useless in battles. It really is. It was pretty much the pride of the Kriegsmarine other than the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, as it was pretty much their only carrier that was worthwhile mentioning. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again.